If you're out and about today, you may notice even more people walking with their heads down, looking at their phone. Hello, I'm Molly Dimrow.
And I'm Sanaya Johnson. Sports betting on mobile devices is now legal in the Bluegrass State, which could mean big money for the Commonwealth.
That's right. Kentucky citizens have been able to legally place bets for 2 weeks, but until now, they had to physically go to a sports book, and there are only so many currently in the state. Now, they are just a click away. According to Governor Andy Beshear, the state made more than $4 million in the first 2 weeks of on-site betting. Many companies such as FanDuel and DraftKings are giving sign-up bonuses to give people a head start. This all comes after sports betting legislation was passed in the state Senate back in March after years of being turned down. Kentucky is now the 37th state to legalize sports gambling. As a reminder, gambling can be a dangerous game. Gamble only what you can lose, and if you need help, call the gambling hotline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
With bets going live today, Kentuckians want to know what to look forward to. Here's our betting analyst, Aiden, with his picks for the weekend.
That's right. Today we're going to be checking out a bet slip that could very well win you some money on this weekend. The first bet up is the Dolphins to cover the spread versus the Bills at +2.5. I trust Mike McDaniel and I trust the Dolphins. I like what they're doing and I like them to win. Next up, I've got the Bengals to cover the Titans spread at -2.5. They just came off a big win and I think they're going to go to 2-2 this week. For the third bet, I'm going to take the Seahawks to cover against the Giants at +1. Not only do I think that they'll lose by less than 1, I think that they'll take that game. As for college football, for the UK-Florida matchup, I'm taking UK to cover over Florida -1.5 for the spread, as well as LSU to cover versus Ole Miss -2.5. Molly and Sanaya, back to you.
The Wildcats have their first big test of the season this weekend as the 22nd ranked Gators come to town. Kentucky, who started off 4-0, including 1-0 start to SEC play last weekend, looks to make it 3 straight wins against Florida in 4 of the last 6. Florida has had a roller coaster season so far, losing to Utah to start the year, but then upsetting a top 15 ranked Tennessee at home. The Gators seemed to struggle against Charlotte last week, scoring only 1 touchdown on the 49ers. The Cats have had their fair share of issues too, including being the second most penalized team in the SEC. Kentucky and Florida will kick off at noon Saturday on SEC. The festivities will begin beforehand with the SEC Network's SEC Nation on campus.
I would say that they're bringing SEC Nation here because I feel like Florida's coming to get their revenge.
Oh, I think we're going to take it. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Martin Voss and Sophia Ceccarello grew up almost 2,000 miles away from each other, but now they're as close as they could be shooting rifle for Kentucky.
In the basement of the Buell Armory here on campus is where the rifle team practices to perfect their craft and prepare for the upcoming season. 2 teammates in particular have forged a unique bond over their international status. Sophia Ceccarello and Martin Voss are both from Europe, Sophia from Italy and Martin from Norway. They have both adjusted to the culture and new way of life that America has to offer. Because of this friendship, they can be more focused on always getting better and doing their best on the range.
It feels safer having a person from Europe that's not like that used to the US as well. So you're like in the same position, you're in the same situation, so I think it feels safer to have someone in the same position as me. Yeah.
So it's good to have someone that actually know how I'm feeling all the time and someone that, struggle with English sometimes like me, so it's always good. It's definitely good, and as Mari said, it feels safe to have someone in our same shoes.
Martin and Sophia say it is tough to balance their schoolwork and their sport, but they have a friendship to lean on when times get tough. They have both navigated through their college experience in the U.S. together so far, and they wouldn't have it any other way. For Big Blue Banter, I'm Aaron Benjamin.
Sophia, Martin, and the rest of the rifle team will look to start off their 2023 season on the right foot. They take on the Morehead State Eagles on Saturday, October 14th at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time at the UK Rifle Range.
It's been 1 year since
Coming up, here with the first ever male member of the UK dance team.
Now a sophomore.
And get an inside scoop on some fun flag football put on by UK Greek students.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
The University of Kentucky dance team welcomed its first male dancer to the squad last season. Samantha Money has more on how it has impacted the team and the community.
It's been 1 year since JoJo Edmonds became UK dance team's first male athlete. Now a sophomore, Edmonds is realizing the capacity of his impact.
A lot of people walk up to me and say that I'm this figure and like something for kids to look up to, and I love that so very much because like I had someone like that growing up that like saw my dream and saw what I wanted to do and really pushed me and always told me to go get it. And the fact that I can be like that walking idol for like younger versions of me is the part that like, to answer your question, that's the part that like is my why.
Because Edmonds grew up in the Lexington community, Coach Don Walters had seen him dance for several years and knew that his talent would be something special to add to this team.
So JoJo just has an infectious personality, and so once he starts feeling okay, it's like you just get drawn in.
Today, it's not uncommon to hear of more and more universities announcing their first male dance team athlete, and Edmonds credits that to the inclusiveness of the sport.
Dance is such an inclusive environment that like is always accepting. It's like it's always accepting of the dance move and not the person. So I think co-ed dance teams are something that are like taking over, especially on the collegiate level.
After 1 year under his belt, Edmonds has found that inclusiveness as a wildcat and is happy to do what he loves with 50 sisters. I'm Samantha Money with Big Blue Banter.
Fans can catch Edmonds and the rest of the UK dance team this Saturday on the sidelines at Kroger Field when Kentucky football takes on the Florida Gators.
Fall has officially begun, and the changing of the seasons also brings a resurgence of football. Kentucky's intramural flag football league kicked off its first slate of games on the season's Tuesday night. Some of the players, as well as the director of intramural sports, explain why students love them so much and the kind of experience you expect when you can join.
Honestly, it's a student. They make this program what it is.
By now, you have probably seen that Taylor Swift was at the Chiefs game watching Travis Kelce play. But coming up, we'll tell you how she was sneaked into the stadium.
Sarah, you got this. Okay? But they lost.
Not really. Not where it counts.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both drug reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. It's here! Wait! What? Can you drive? What? My. Oh.
NBA superstar Damian Lillard was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks yesterday in a league-altering deal that sends him to pair up with two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. Leonard, who requested a trade at the start of July, will look to capture his first title as the Bucks open up as a season betting favorites. The rest of the league was reacting to yesterday's news, including members of the Miami Heat, who hinted that could have been illegal processes involved in getting Lillard to Milwaukee.
Yo, NBA, man, y'all need to look into the Bucks for tampering. Y'all do. I'm just gonna put that out there. Y'all didn't hear it from me, but I heard it through somebody. Y'all look at them for tampering.
The Heat were favorites to land Lillard as he made them one of his preferred destinations upon requesting a trade.
In the hunt for a playoff spot, the Reds suffered a potential season-ending loss last night in Cleveland. After winning Game 1 Wednesday, Cincinnati would go down 4 runs before the ending, the shutout in the 6th inning. The Rally Reds trimmed the lead to 1 going into the 9th, but a controversial stolen base call would effectively end the game. The Guardians and manager Terry Francona's last home game grabbed the win and said goodbye with a standing ovation after the win. Cincinnati now sits a game and a half back from the Marlins with only a 3.8% chance to make the playoffs per Fangraphs. The Reds' final series is this weekend in St. Louis versus the Cardinals.
The rumor that Taylor Swift made a covert exit by cramming herself into a popcorn cart is on a roll. Swifties debate whether she stuffed herself in one to escape being mobbed by fans. It's all a part of the craziness over the pop star's apparent romance with Super Bowl champion Travis Kelce. CNN's GNN Mose has more.
Can you imagine Taylor Swift trying to avoid getting mobbed by hiding in a box?
Was Taylor Swift carted out of the Kansas City Chiefs game last night in a popcorn machine?
Some Swifties think so.
She's in there like her cleaning supply.
This video captured the moment outside the VIP box seats where Taylor cheered on her new VIP, Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. Later, they were photographed leaving together, but the popcorn cart was earlier.
It's like the broom thing, that was her.
The broom thing happened back in April at one of her concerts. A fan shot this janitor's cart being moved by a couple of guys backstage, and then who should pop out of it? Glitzy Taylor Swift, which is why some Swifties went for the popcorn cart theory. I do believe it 1,000%, while skeptics argue.
I'm a big Swiftie, so I know all of her crazy schemes that she does, so that was probably her.
Yeah, but come on, out of a popcorn cart, that's a little much, but hey, yes, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's all for Big Blue Banter.
Join us again next Thursday for more. Have a great night.